Hi, today's topic is about how to raise a happy kid or someone who becomes a happy adult. And my daughter is 7 years old, and now I see that it worked. My daughter is extremely happy. She is joyful in her class where there are 25 kids. She's one of the group leader, a social person who is enjoying life and others enjoy her company. So how did we do it? When she was born, at the beginning, as every kid or every baby, she was like happy all the time. She's open on the world, and if you smile, then the baby smiles back. If you smile more, then the baby smiles back. So if you spend all the time when you are with the kid in a way that you project joy, project how we can have fun together, just playing with a doll like hide and seek, or jumping on the bed if she's bigger, or searching for jokes and then telling jokes to each other, or even in the evening when you tell a tale before she goes to sleep. If you try to make the tale which you tell her, which you should imagine something, and if you are able, it should be really funny, like put down all the boundaries and just try to figure out a story which is extremely funny, um, because they catch it. Kids are catching this, and if you show them how funny life could be and how joyful life could be, they become someone who is looking for joy. And I tell every time my daughter, if she started to have a bad mood, or she says, "Oh, I don't have a good day," then we stop. You just stop, and you tell her, "Okay, now listen." So she concentrates on you, and then you tell her, now you can decide if you want to be happy or not. Now the things that happened with you, they are not so good, but instantly, if you want, and if you realize that this is not good, then you should, in most of the cases, you are able to turn, like search something which is good, or think about something which is good, and you instantly become again in the happy mood, and then you think about these things, and then you can continue your day in a good direction. And it's critical to teach kids how to search for a better life, and that they are the one who decides. And with the actions and with the daily routines, she's going to be the one who decides if I feel good myself, if I enjoy what I'm doing, if I enjoy the places I am, or what can I enjoy on the place where I am, and who is the person I enjoy the time with. Then they start to search and look the world in a different way than most of the people. And it comes from you, actually. It comes from the parents. The way you act, the way you behave is what they are going to learn and how they are going to be. I was dating a girl, for example, years ago, who was always silent, and she enjoyed it, but her father was exactly like this, and she learned from the father that they are how silent we are. Let's see. So the father was very, very silent. For example, she told me that on the day we had our date, and then she traveled with the train home 20 minutes, and her father came to pick up her at the train station. And then they been sitting in the car. The father knew that she was on a date with me, with someone, and then they had a 15-20 minutes ride home. And since the father is silent, and since this is what the girl learned, they've been driving 20 minutes completely silent beside each other, although she was like really excited and she just couldn't overcome on this habit which she learned as a kid, that okay, we are silent and it's like this. And then she told me this, that it was not good, that I went home and my father was picking me up, and it made me nervous, and this is something which you will see in life, that people who are similar to you, and you know your own drawbacks, so the things that you are not good at. For example, this girl was not good at enjoying life and telling. For example, we've been on a trip somewhere in Switzerland, and I said, wow, what a beautiful lake is this, and she was like, oh yeah, but no emotions, and she couldn't feel the joy of the place. And usually if you travel with someone, you rise each other. If you go on a trip, the trip is much better if there are two people who share the experience. And they couldn't share the experience, how good this date was for the girl. And it's because his or her father was not telling her or showing her when they've been kids, when she was a little girl, how we enjoy life, how can we do it. But the father was just silent, and the girl couldn't learn this skill. It's a skill that you have to tell your kids, and the kid will be very grateful, or if she or he realizes that, okay, this is a learned skill that I learned from my dad. And this is a very important thing you can teach to your kid, how to enjoy the day. Not overexcited, but searching for things she enjoys. It could be a sundown, it could be a beautiful picture. If you learn a bit about colors, you can tell your kid how they complement each other, and how beautiful this is on this picture, and how ugly on this picture. So this is the way how you search beautiful things. And what should we do? And the kids actually instantly know how they could enjoy life. You just have to help them to open this door bigger and keep it open as long as possible. And childhood goes so fast away, so they have a short time to fully enjoy life. And if they learn to search this, then when they become older, they won't shut down completely this door, or close these windows, the windows of the joy, because they learn that it's important, and it is a good thing, and it should come from you. I have to tell you that this is one of the most important things you can teach your kid. I mean, there are other things like value systems, which we are going to talk. I'm going to tell you in the next video. But for now, I think you should think about this topic and see how you can implement daily. You have to remind yourself. You can even write in your calendar, in your phone, that reminds you daily before you go home. Okay, try to relax and search with your kid the joy of things. Don't be so strict, because people want the kids to behave right. You should behave like this, but these kids actually physically are built up on being very intensive. For example, for a kid to have enough oxygen in their head, they have to run around all day long. So you cannot tell them, oh no, stop now, it's 6 o'clock, you should calm yourself down. No, it's I mean, a warm shower could help you, but because it relaxes the kid. or the kid, but just telling them how to behave is nonsense. Of course you need barriers, like, but not always, like, yeah, to stop, or don't do this and don't do that. No, take it easy. You should think through the barriers, like, these things are no. And you don't need to shout on the kid, but if you keep your voice low and you always try to talk with them relaxed or happy or something, like, but not overheated with problems from the work, because usually you search these emotions in you, search the direction of lowest resistant, and the kid is usually in a family the lowest resistant. Is like when it's raining and it comes the flash, and it searches on the house the point where it could the fastest go out, and the kid is actually unfortunately in some families the one who gets these problems. So daddy comes home angry, and then if the kid does something small, and then, oh yeah, why did you do it? I told you that you shouldn't run in with your boots in the apartment. And then the kid starts to cry, and then, okay, you've been letting this emotion out, but this was not the right way. So you should relax and prepare on spending a good time with them. Should search for the good things, why you would be happy to go home, and how wonderful we can laugh with each other, or you like how she hugs you. And if you search these things which are very good in the relationship with the kid, then you will try to stop yourself and concentrate on getting into this mood when you are with the kids. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, or you have any remarks, or any topic I should mention, or my experience since my daughter is born, we went through a lot of things, so I could save you a lot of time, energy, and in some cases even money. So enjoy your life and the time with your kid, and see you on the next week.